It be wildin', man. I think we good. I think we good. I think we good. Let me bring this in right. Let me bring this in right. Mm-mm. Yeah. 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 Y'all already know what time it is. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can a Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joining my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world. My brother Santana, say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. You could have been anywhere, but y'all here with us tonight, and we appreciate that. So we got a jam-packed show for y'all, and we just gonna get right into it. You heard?
You heard. I want to start off by thanking everyone helping us get into our 10,000 subscriber mark. We are striving, we're pushing to get to that mark, and without your help, we can't make it. So we need your help to continue to push through and make our 10,000 subscribe mark for this channel. And we want to thank y'all. We at about 9,400 or a little over 9,300, if I'm not mistaken. So continue to help us get to that mark, to that subs, as far as this particular channel. Shout out to some of our day ones already in the building. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We got Fadeaway in the building. We got Winter in the building. We got Krista in the building. We got Culture in the building. I also see we got Treatment in the building. So thank y'all for tapping in. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit them hearts. Hit them hearts. Hit them hearts. Hit them hearts. Show us love. We love love, and we build off of love on the show. Uh, let's start this off. First segment of the night, popular opinions. You already know these are not our questions. These are the world questions. So stick to the answers and the questions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. Go to Instagram right now at OUV Records. Well, at OUV Records, I'm sorry. And make sure you stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. The label motto is create, document, and inspire. First question of the night. So I hope you're ready. These are some fun questions. All right, first question. Which TV daughter character was the most toxic? Which TV daughter character was the most toxic? Number one, Laura Winslow, Family Matters. Number two, Hillary, Fresh Prince. Number three, Moesha. Number four, Zaria, Parenthood. Again, y'all don't forget to type your answers in the chat. Type your answers in the chat. We love that interaction. So type your answers in the chat. You got, bro. This is top tier list. I'm just putting that out there. This is a top tier list. I'm just saying.
What was the question? Like,
Which TV daughter character was the most toxic?
most toxic?
Right, her character, like her character. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, damn, toxic.
This is a lot of toxicity amongst these young ladies. You know what I'm saying? And it was displayed all on the show. You know, from Laura Winslow to Hillary Banks to Moesha Mitchell and Zaria. What was their last name? Dang,
I'm
Peter.
trying to what toxic.
Peter.
I don't remember a lot from Parenthood. It's been a minute since I've seen that.
Because Zaria was hella toxic. Like she had two like, and they was in the crib at the same time. She was going from one room to the next room, and then the little sister Cece was like trying to blow it up, but none of these two was smart enough to put it together. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cece. She was a funny little sister. Shout out to Cece.
I'm trying to remember because I remember a lot of toxic shit Laura did. Hillary did some toxic shit. Moesha, oh man, she was doing some hella toxic shit.
Shame.
Um,
This is top level of the toxicity.
I'm gonna have to go with Laura with just on the fact that how she was stringing Steve Urkel along for all them years to then end up with the nigga at the end. Like, why you waste all that time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a bunch of other stuff. Then you almost got your homegirl shot because you ain't want to give up the jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you doing the most. Just give up that supple leather, you heard? Just give
Listen,
it up. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, I know the leather hella supple, nah, I mean, but you gotta let
At
it
least she
rock.
didn't go after your convertible, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Just give up that leather and just drive home cold. That's it. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying? And then not to mention, her homegirl had the fresh kicks, you know what I'm saying? And she had the new toast. So she went to go get her new kicks and a new toast to make sure she could keep her kicks. You know what I'm saying? This is Chicago. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you got me on point.
You gotta be on
So
point.
I'm gonna go with Laura on just the fact that how long she was stringing my boy Steve. You know what I'm saying?
I like that answer. I like that answer. Zoria, bro, she was dangling, bro. Like she had one in the kitchen, the other one was in the living room, and the little sister Cece was blowing up her spot. But neither one of these dudes, what they said, dumber than a bucket of shrimp, like they couldn't put it together. You know what I'm saying? So Zoria's up there. Moesha, dog. Moesha was so toxic. But what I can say is that when she was in a relationship, she was generally a one lady, one man type of lady, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? She would put her all into one, except for the whole Q and Hakeem situation. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Hillary is probably the least toxic out of everybody to keep it a being with you. Cause like once she rocked with Trevor, like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
My little man's Trevor, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And she
yo,
wasn't really doing nothing much but shopping and you know what I'm saying, chilling at the mall type shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Not going to school
yeah.
and just chilling. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, the new Hillary, hella toxic.
Yeah,
She
nah.
hella toxic. You know what I'm saying? The old school Hillary, you know what I'm saying? She just like the shop, baby. You know what I'm saying? She just like the finest of leathers and the
That's
finest.
it. You know what I'm saying? The
But
nice purses and all that.
but I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to go with L Boogie, Laura Winslow, aka. Like I'm gonna have to go with her because again, you had already illustrated. My man Steve was showing you his heart all the way from elementary school. Then when you meet the alter ego, right? Then this man made it a way where he could clone himself and make his alter ego or just a normal thing. Like, yo, nah, ain't you don't have to go nowhere, baby. You here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna make you the alter ego and you good. You know what I'm saying? And for him to do all that, he had to create a clone of himself, a cooler version of himself, and made him a standalone. And she still didn't end up with that dude.
That's what I'm saying. My man Steve did a lot, son. He put in a
So
lot of work, son. He
on
came
that.
with a lot of technology just to holler at a joint. You know what I'm saying?
Chill. That's a lot of technology just to say no. You know what I'm saying? Just to go no. You know what I'm
My
saying?
nigga came up with a what was the joint where they could go to Paris real fast where they step on
Yeah,
the,
the teleport, John.
the
Yeah,
teleport joint. Like,
yeah.
yo, we getting the Winslow's free flight to Paris. 2 seconds.
Not to mention free hotel. You know what I'm saying? Free hotel. You know what I'm
All
saying?
that.
Because
All off Steve Dom. You know what I'm saying?
they was like, yo, the hotel staff is starting to get like starting to notice like we coming back here with bags and like, yo, when did y'all check in? It's like, yo, chill all that. Y'all
You know, they from Chicago, so they gonna leave with something.
They're like, yo, chill with all the questions, man. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
just be all right, just be cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about all that.
I'm a top cop. You know what I'm saying? So shout out. I'm going with Laura Winslow. My brother with Laura Winslow in the chat. I'm seeing Laura in the chat. Laura had the guys going crazy for who was for Zaria. Zaria, yeah, people that's familiar with the parenthood. Zaria was a piece of work. So again I went with Laura. My brother went with Laura. The chat went with Laura and Zoria. The rest of the world at 37% went with Hillary on Fresh Prince of Bel Air. What do you think about that?
Nah, she don't get the toxic. I don't think they understand toxic because she wasn't toxic at all. I ain't see her play too many dudes throughout the series until when she was with Trevor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Most of the time she was with her girlies at the mall. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At
Mm-hmm.
the Gucci store. You know what I'm saying? With
Mm-hmm.
Pop's credit card, just shopping. And
Yeah.
that's all she was doing, like the
Yeah.
first 3 seasons. When they
Yeah.
found out she got kicked out of school, now she had to go find a job. That's when she was like, all right, let me get on my shit, get on the Weather Channel. And then there was she was chilling after that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So I don't know how she was toxic, but
yeah.
you gotta explain that one.
And to keep it a being, like every time Trevor around, she trying to show that man a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like she bringing the strawberries and the champagne back to the pool house. You know what I'm saying? They watch
Mm-hmm.
night. So I don't even know how that's toxic, but okay. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion. These are not our questions; these are the word questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. Again, let me see them hearts. Let me see them 100s, and hit that like button, y'all. Best cartoon theme song on this list. Best cartoon theme song on this list. Number one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number two, DuckTales. Number three, Chippendales. Number four, Darkwing Duck.
Damn.
This question is top tier, especially for those who know. Like some of y'all may not know, but this
This
is
is top tier upper echelon
up
after school goodness right here. You know what I'm saying?
Elio's Pizza after school type of vibes right here. You know what I'm saying? Tropical fantasies with the chocolate and the Bravos cheddar chips right there. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
All
This is a
combination right there. Tell me who you going
tough
with.
one, son.
This is top tier though. This is top tier.
I'm gonna have to go with Chippendale, son. Rescue Rangers, son.
Oh my god, why Chippendales, bro? Why
Yeah.
Chippendales?
It's just it's a tough list, son. I'm gonna go with Chippendale. So I can't even give you an actual reason why, my nigga, but
You like, yo, I
this
don't know.
this one is a tough list right here. So like I said, this upper echelon, this is a golden era of after school programming right here, son.
Yeah.
Top tier. So
And the
um,
and the theme songs were everything.
everything, each one of them was lit. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a tough decision. But I'm gonna rock with the Chippendales.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Joan. It was so repetitive, but it just got you right though. You know what I'm saying? DuckTales is classic. Like DuckTales is that Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger joint. Just it you feel every word of it. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And then Darkwing Duck, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Darkwing Duck. Like Darkwing Duck brought in a little hip hop vibe to the song and everything. Like, and it just made you just bop like real quick. Like, yo, Darkwing Duck, W call DW. That joint
Yeah,
was
you
fire,
know, he
dog.
had a little soul in him. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
A
dog. Like
little drip.
you can't tell me Luther Vandross didn't come up with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or R. Kelly or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like
Somebody.
that bop was too boppy. You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm going with Darkwing Duck. My brother went with Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. In the chat, I'm seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the chat. So yeah, I'm seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the chat. The rest of the world at 35% went with DuckTales. What do you think about that?
Nah. Like I said, it was a tough list. So any one of them was a pretty good theme song. So DuckTales
Yeah,
still classic.
yeah. I mean, uh, when you think about DuckTales, DuckTales is fire. The words is fire. The beat is fire. So you can't go wrong with DuckTales. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next popular opinions question: who wins in a battle from these movies? Who wins in a I'm sorry, who wins in a battle royale? Who wins in a battle royale from these movies? The characters by itself. Number one, Brian Mills from Taken. Number two, Max Payne from Max Payne. Number three, John Wick from John Wick. Number four, Robert McCall from The Equalizer. It's a tough list. This is a tough. People was hard at work with the popular opinions questions this past week. They was hard at work because this right here is a primo list right here.
Man, it's a top list of like know what I'm saying? Murder, death, kill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Murder, death, kill out here.
yo, one doing on this killed a bro with a pencil. You know what I'm saying? So the number two, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. That good eraser. Fresh.
oh man.
With the good.
So you got Equalizer, you got fucking Taken, you
Mm-hmm.
got John Wick, and you got Max Payne. God damn.
It's a lot of That's a lot of violence.
Yes, a lot of violence, just the murder rate just going up, you know what I'm
It's going
saying?
through the roof. You know?
Homicide getting called up expeditiously, you know what I'm saying? Soon as any one of these cats walk down the block, oh now I gotta call homicide right now, son.
You know what I'm saying? Watch who you swinging the dead leg.
I'm a narcotics officer, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with Denzel, man. I'm gonna have to go with Equalizer, you know what I'm saying? Cause he give you that old man, help me, I need some help with my groceries, and then next minute, you know, you got like two knives in your throat. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even know how I got there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Robert McCall because he give you that, yo, I need some help, my back hurt, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you added it. You know what I'm saying?
You got a lot of problems going on. You got a lot of problems going on.
Yeah, my guys can't help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like that answer. That's a good answer. In the chat, I'm seeing John Wick. I'm seeing Brian McCall from Taken at number one. Me personally, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to go with Robert McCall. I mean, and not to mention not the fact that he's only killing dudes with number two pencils. He's doing it on a timer, dog. Like he like, yo,
Yeah, I got 3 seconds.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just get to work. Let me put this over here. Let me put that over there. This is gonna be about like a 15-second work. So you know what I'm saying? I have me personally, I had to go with Robert McCall. Take the Taken guy. He was spectacular in finding his fight skill level. It ain't messing with Max Payne and the rest of these dudes. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. But if I need to find you, he's the
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So, but Max Payne and John Wick, I gotta go with John Wick. John Wick, Robert McCall, gotta go with Robert McCall, man. I'm going with Robert McCall. All right, so I went with Robert McCall. My brother went with Robert McCall. In the chat, they went with Byron Mills from Taken. They also went with John Wick. The rest of the world at 41% went with Robert McCall. What do you think about that?
That's what I'm saying. It's that non-threatening look that gets you every time. You know what I'm saying?
It gets you every time.
Gets you every time. You just don't know. Robert McCall just look like average Joe Schmo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know he got like 50 something bodies on him just the other day. You know what I'm saying? He over there sweeping aisle 3.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
On the regular, just walking around looking like dazzling. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't know what he could do to you, dismantle you from limb to limb. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. One
Like,
minute you'll get robbed for your ring. 2 days later, ring come back. You don't even know what happened. How'd that happen?
like, yo, what am I bugging? Did I thought I gave. Oh, all right,
I know I got robbed for this, but all right.
all right. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on, y'all, to our next segment. Hollywood Need to Ask Us. Came up with this segment because Hollywood has given us a whole bunch of movies we didn't ask for, and they're not creative anymore. And they're not even something that we would want to see. So we came up with this segment because we have better ideas. You want to start this one off?
I think Hollywood needs to make a 2-part documentary about the first part is what happened to the documentary about Dr. Sebi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I like.
then the second part about that documentary is what was the original reason of the creation of the original documentary of what happened with Dr. Sebi, which is the court case supposedly of him going to court in the 80s and winning his court cases against these uh, different what is it pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
would love to see the documentary that was supposed to be made
Mm-hmm.
make a documentary about that documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Why it didn't happen? Because what happened, Nick Cannon, you know what I'm saying? We ain't hold you to the fire yet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it just came and went. Nobody ain't say nothing. So
I'm just.
I want to see a part of the documentary about when that was supposed to happen with Nipsey Hussle and all that. That could be a documentary. And
Mm-hmm.
then we go in depth into the actual documentary of Dr. Sebi and the court case of the 80s and him going to trial with that. So I would love to see a documentary, 2-part Hollywood. You know what I mean? Sit down, get the 2-parter. I want to
Mm-hmm.
see why that documentary that didn't happen, why it didn't happen, and then go into the actual background of the court cases. So that's my Hollywood Needs to Ask Us.
Can we add a third part to that documentary on the after effects of all that?
Oh yeah, the trifecta joint. Yeah, throw it
Right.
in.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead. Right. Mm-hmm.
Um, um, probably like the res. I mean, shit. If they were to make the 2 documentaries, like it'd be over for them. So we know they can't do it. But the third part would be resolution and probably going forward and how to us having more of a holistic lifestyle moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You could have your sweets and your, you know what I'm saying, your little indulgences, but I guess we need that actual nutritional knowledge that we are severely lacking.
You do your chip and dip commercials.
Oh yeah, you know you're gonna get the chip and dip commercial, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's a dope idea. I honestly, I'm saying, how many more seasons of Wild and Out are we gonna get? I mean, he had a chance to really drop something with some real substance, Nick Cannon. Uh, we would have
We
loved
stopped that and started making babies. So what happened? You know what I'm saying?
in more seasons of Wild and Out. You know what I'm saying?
Like 25 seasons of wilding out. Like, bro, y'all been wilding out for a long time. You need
For a
to
long time. You know what I'm saying?
stop fucking partying.
Like. So at some point we're going to get some real substance. I would have loved to see that, and yeah, you know, I would love to see. Would you like to see a Dr. Sebi theatrical movie relaying all the tricks to that?
I would if the family has like creative control as
Okay.
far as like his life, who he was as a person, a human being, you know what I'm saying, and all
Hmm.
his knowledge and all that stuff. If they have creative control and be able to sit down with the top tier director and to really hone in and get the vision right, then yeah.
Hmm.
If you're
Hmm.
not going to the source, then don't even do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that idea. I think the idea is fire. Um, Yeah, I'll be all for that. I'll be all for that. Three series documentary style, and for them to go crazy.
Yeah,
All right,
y'all got all these investigative journalists for Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So
bro,
use that same investigative journalism skills for this.
bro. Do you know there's literally like 4 documentaries on Diddy right now? Literally
Independent docs. Not no shit from
official.
late independent. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So that's all I'm saying. Y'all got that same energy? All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Transfer it to over here.
Mm-hmm.
This could be for everybody. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
I
you
like
got nurses that's 200 pounds but want to tell me about health. No, that can't happen, son.
I like that. I like that. I think that's a fire idea. I think that's a fire idea. Hollywood need to ask me for this episode. I would like to see part 2 of Dead Presidents. Finally, I would like to see the aftermath of what his children grew up to be. As far as Lorenz Tate character going to, doing, I think he got 25 years to life or life. And the effects that had to do with his children growing up in the 70s and the 80s and them having children because like real talk, we would be their children. We would be his children's children. So Lorenz Tate would be our grandfather right now. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see a movie on the effects on the later generation on what happened after the him going to jail, and a new generation of feeling desperate enough to rob a bank. You know, having generational curse or breaking generational curse. The conflict between good and evil. The conflict of having a single mother household. Do the mother go back to the pimp? Cuddy. All these different things that could have been answered moving forward. We obviously know what happened to Skip, but we know Skip got some kids out there. So there's a whole lot of legs where that story could have picked up on. They basically died on the birth of the Black Panther movement, and seeing the cultural things that change from their neighborhood to the rest of the world. So I would love to see Dead Presidents Part Two. If y'all never seen Dead Presidents, the first one, y'all missing out on a classic. In my eyes, a top. You know, it's one of those movies. Is what we call one of those ones. It's a must see, gotta see. If you haven't seen it, watch that to later on today or tomorrow. So I would love to see a Dead Presidents Part Two.
I'll be fine. Would you have Lorenz Tate reprise his role? Because you know what I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes.
he is in jail, the character. So
Yeah.
he could easily reprise his role, come out home and being
Yes.
older, you know what I'm saying? Being older and trying to reconnect with his, you know what I mean, his lineage and all that. And then
Hmm.
see Juanita after 25 years.
And
Bro, he still look good.
because Lorenz Tate still look damn near the age
So
that
they got throw makeup on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't go 25 years and you still look like you just went in. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work.
like, yo, I thought you did 25 years, bro. You look like you did a day. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just drinking this water, you
You know
know?
what I'm saying?
But everybody that was a part of that first movie is still alive because it's keep. I don't want to put no.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't want to put no negative juju on him, but everybody from that movie is still alive. So can you imagine what happened to his character? Like all the people that did not die. Now imagine if they bring back Chris Rock like a ghost of one of his dreams or something like that he had to deal with. You know what I mean? But just make it a little interesting. You know what I mean? Like how with Dexter, the ghost of his father. Maybe something like that. Maybe, but a lot of the characters are still here, still alive. They still young and vibrant while they can do it. So I would definitely bring back Lorenz Tate character, but you have to have really good acting seeds, meaning like whoever will play his son or his daughter, because he had a daughter, and then I think the second baby would have been a son.
Mhm.
So I would love to see how that looked moving forward, and the effects of the family, because they never addressed how it affected the family on losing the sister. Remember,
Yeah,
she
they never talked about that, and then that caused a rift because you know what I'm saying? That was her
yeah.
twin, got her murdered. Now she carrying a yeah, that'll be a dope story to write. And I think they could definitely do something with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. And I would love to see that. And some of the actors I would love to see involved. Uh, uh, Obviously, Lorenz Tate. You got to have somebody like that. I like the girl that plays Jukebox on Raising Kanan. I think she would be an asset on one of the characters. She fits the mold, or what his daughter would be today. Um, or a cousin, because the daughter actually would be a little older, so she would probably be like a cousin, or maybe somebody like a Kiki Palmer. She could pull off the daughter role. As far as his firstborn daughter, but get the baby mother out of there, because you don't like I don't. There's a scene in Dead Presidents that I always laugh at, but I shouldn't be laughing at. But it's hilarious because when the wife get choked out, it's not funny that he choking her out. It's just the action that she made when she was getting choked out, like that. Like when she did that. Like every single time, like it's not funny, but it's funny. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there. You know, it's not funny, but it's funny. You know what I mean? Like when he choking her out, like she just make this face that it's not
It's just good
funny.
acting. We
It-
just appreciate good acting. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. Y'all gonna kill me, but still, you know what I'm saying? It's good acting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I would love to see Dead Presidents too. All right, moving on to our next segment, well, must see segment. Must hear music, must see classic TV show, documentary, or stand up. You want to start this one off?
No, you could go ahead.
All right, so my must see movies, my three must see movies, y'all got to tap into these. I told y'all, I just gave y'all Dead Presidents as a reprisal, but must see, my first must see movie came out in 2004. It's like a comedy horror type of film directed by Jay Kredrestor. He has one of them wild names, Kredrestor. It stars Jay Kredrestor, Kevin Harfinen, Steve Lehman, Paul Salter, Eric Stahl Hanzicke, and Bill Paxton and Brittany Daniel. Y'all probably know Brittany Daniel for playing like the mean sister in White Chicks. She played one of the mean sisters from White Chicks. This movie is called Club Dread. Club Dread. This is a fire movie. It's a must see movie. Like I said, it's a little comedy and it also is horror, but it's a must see movie about a summer resort for adults, and it gets physical out there. And if y'all know what I mean, they get it popping all over the resort, and the killer just start killing people. So I won't ruin it for you. So tap in to see Club Dread. You ever seen Club Dread?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Club Dread is popping. Club Dread is popping. All right, my next must see movie came out in 2002, directed by David Mamet. This stars Gene Hackman, Danny DeVito, Rockwell, Delroy Lindo, and Robert and Rebecca Pignon. This movie is called Heist. Movie is called Heist. Fire movie about a crew that gets together that pulls off the big score, and I'm not going to ruin it for you. I'm not going to tell you nothing else. Tap into the movie again, Heist. My next and my final must see movie came out in 1994, directed by Ted Demme. This stars Dennis Leary, Kevin Spacey, Judy Davis, Christine Brin Brinsky, and J.K. Summons. Yeah, J.K. Summons. Y'all probably know J.K. Summons for playing Schillinger and what's the show on HBO? Dang, I can't think of the show right now. Oz. He was on the show Oz. He played Oz. This movie is called The Ref. The movie is called The Ref. This is about a cat burglar in there with his cat eye. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get all the jewels. Gets caught up in the house. But then he's able to make it out and try to rob another couple. And the couple, you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you. So make sure you tap into see The Ref. So that's The Ref, Heist, and Club Dread. Make sure you tap into those movies. You ever seen The Ref?
Nah.
Nah? Yeah, yeah. It's fire. Fire. Tap into those, y'all. You're not gonna regret it.
All right, y'all. Y'all know how I do. I always got a list for my. I always got a theme for my list. So this week is no different. So my theme is awkward reality. So each one of these movies um, takes place in an awkward type of setting for the characters, and it creates an awkward reality. So the first movie on this list is called Pleasantville. Came out in 1998. It stars Tobey Maguire, Reese Witherspoon, William H. Macy, Paul Walker, Joan Allen, J.T. Walsh, John Knotts, Jeff Daniels, Kevin Connors, and Mary Shelton. About this brother and sister who have this argument, and his brother just loves this 1950s show, and somehow, some way, they get transported into the show, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie. So fire concept. deals with a lot of race, and how they deal with race is ill because they deal with it because they're in a black and white movie, and you just gotta watch the movie, son. So next one on the list is called Vanilla Sky. Came out in 2001. Stars Tom Cruise, Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz, Kurt Russell, Jason Lee, Tilda Winston, Noah Tyler, John Galecki, Timothy Spall, and Michael Shannon. It's about this big media executive played by Tom Cruise, young guy, live in the city. He got money. He doing his thing. He got all kind of shorties around. Next thing you know, he gets into an accident, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to see why he's in an awkward reality. Fire movie right here. Next one, my last one on the list is called The Truman Show. Classic movie again. Star Jim Carrey, Laurel Leany, Ed Harris, Natasha McThaney, Noah Emmerich, Philip Glass, Paul Giamatti, Peter Krause, Holland Taylor, and Blair Slater. About this regular guy who works in insurance. He does his everyday thing. One day he's about to go to work, and then all of a sudden something drops out of the sky, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out how his world got into an awkward reality. So these are my movies for my awkward reality list: is Pleasantville, Vanilla Sky, and The Truman Show.
Fire. Make sure y'all tap into those fire movies. Truman Show, popping. Love the Truman Show. So make sure y'all tap into those movies. All right, moving on to our next must-hear list. This list is R&B style for this episode. I'm going with 112. Grab these three songs and put them on your 112 playlist. I know the typical songs that y'all probably think I'm going to name. I'm not going to name for their playlist. So the must-hear song from 112. Number one is "Now That We're Done." Fire song. Again, "Now That We're Done." Number two, "Stay With Me." Fire song. Make sure y'all get that on y'all playlist. And the last one, "Can I Touch You." Make sure you get these songs on your playlist. Again, "Can I Touch You," "Stay With Me," and "Now That We're Done." Again, all from the group 112 R&B edition. All right, moving on to our must see classic show, documentary, stand up comedy, or must see or classic show. Uh, do you want to start this one off?
My classic show is definitely a classic. It's gonna take you back to your our early days in our lives. Show's called Are You Afraid of the Dark? Came out in 1990. It has 7 seasons. It was basically an anthology series of just very scary uh stories that you would tell around the campfire. And it was just very well drawn out on Nickelodeon. Stars Rayan Parkow, Ross Hall, Jason Arshon, Rachel Blanchard, Alicia Cuthart, Daniel DeSoto, Joanna Garcia, Vanessa Legleys, Arjeen Athali, Cody Lucas Webley, Anthony Moreau, and Jacob Tierney. Like I said, scary anthology series about different scary stories and just all the creepy things you could think about. And we would watch it on Saturday night on Nickelodeon. So Are You Afraid of the Dark? Again, has 7 seasons, came out in 1990.
Fire. Make sure y'all tap into that show. We giving y'all premium top level shows, so make sure y'all tap in. My must see or classic TV show, documentary, or stand up. I have to go with the 2009 Cat Williams stand up called Pimpidemic. Fire. This is probably, if not my favorite, my second favorite stand up of all Cat Williams stand up. I love Pimpidemic. This is so fire. I'm sorry, Pimpidelic. I said Pimpidemic. Pimpidelic. So make sure y'all tap into it. It came out in 2009. I still remember these jokes from 2009. We in 2025, y'all. Fire stand up. So make sure y'all tap into Pimpidelic. All right, moving on. You got cologne for us?
Definitely got a cologne for y'all. You look good, you feel good, you smell good, you're gonna do good. And our fragrance this week is Givenchy, and the fragrance, the scent is called Pie. So again, Givenchy, scent is called Pie. Definitely get you a bottle.
Make sure y'all get that. Stop playing. All right, y'all, moving on. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to wrap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get classic movies, shows, documentaries, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. Shout out to King Prince in the building. One of our badge holders. Make sure y'all get your badges. Get your badges. Different memberships, different access. So make sure you get your badges. We got some cool stuff with those memberships. All right, first hot topic of the night. Ready? Actor Digimon Dejam Husum says that he's went broke after years of being an actor. He's best known for doing the movie Amistad. He's also the ex-husband, or I'm not sure if they're just separated, of Kamora Lee Simmons. But he, like I said, he has top tier movies under his belt, and he's coming out after doing an interview that he's gone broke and he's struggling. But listen to some of these titles that he's done. He's done the movie Amistad, Gladiator, Beauty Shop, Captain Marvel, Rebel Moon, Black Adam, The Kingsman, Charlie's Angels, Shazam, Furious 7, Constantine, Tomb Raider. And that's just and this is not all of his credits. These are just the real big ones, and the ones that I didn't name, they're just as big. When I look at Blood Diamond was a big movie, with Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, it's he has a vast movie credits. What do you think about him coming out and just letting people know that I don't got it?
I mean, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like the the expenditure of these actors, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then on top of that, you gotta think about it. You make a movie, yeah, it made millions and millions of dollars, but you already got paid to make that movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you you make the movie, like it take what, 6 months, almost to a year to make a movie.
Yeah.
You
Depend.
get paid once, depending on the director, how quick, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of factors. So we'll say a year to make one movie. You get
Mm-hmm.
paid one time. You get paid, you got bills every month. You know what I'm saying? Unless you pumping out 2, 3 movies, I don't know how you're gonna do that because of the scheduling, the location of movies. You know what I'm saying? After a while, yeah, you did all these movies, but how much was you getting paid? I ain't. I know Amistad was a great movie, but your name wasn't big like that. So I'm pretty sure Spielberg was not giving you like 2, 3 million. He probably gave you like 100,000, maybe
When, when
20,000. Who knows?
when he did Amistad, he was an unknown actor.
That's what I'm saying. So you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't getting no bread. Yeah, as fans, we remember you from Amistad, but on the business aspect, you know what I'm saying? You lucky enough niggas put you on. So you probably got a couple thousand, just like all these other actors when they talked about Friday, how big it was, but how much did they get paid for that movie? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I take that same ideology for every other actor. Yeah, you're after a number of years, your name is big now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But it took a while. And then after that, you got all these expenses. So if you're not living a frugal lifestyle, after a while, yeah, you're gonna go broke.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go broke. And so I'm not surprised.
It makes me wonder because when you see all these big credits, and then you see the man, what he's saying that he's struggling. We don't see it, but he's saying it. So men don't come out and just say we're struggling if it's not true. But he's saying that he's struggling. Is it worth putting in all the work that you put in all through the years? Because the whole purpose of putting in this type of work, to have this type of resume, is to be able to get paid in a certain lead and a certain level where you could pay your bills. You can do one movie for the whole year, and that will finance you or situate you at least for the next 2 years instead of the one year. So it makes you wonder of not just spending habits or whatever that may be, that an actor of his caliber, because every actor don't have his credits. An actor or his caliber is broke. What does it do for the actors that don't have his credits, that are not in these big name movies? And he and this and the name movies that I named, this is just half of the credits. This man been working since he came out, since the 90s.
I don't know. Like the nature of the business is weird because it's like you get paid one time, but then they recycle your movie over and over and over and over again. So it's like, how you only get paid one time? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. The renegotiating of these contracts. I don't know what y'all actors is doing. Y'all need to renegotiate because it's like if you ain't still making money off your movie that you made years ago and you only get paid one time, don't that seem sus? That don't seem right to me, but I don't know. I'm not an actor, so I'm not in the movie business. But I would think in business, if I make a product and I put it out and it's keep recycling, that means I'm making money off it more times than not. So what would make sense if I'm doing business with you, then I make the product, you're distributing it, but you get 90% of the cut. I only take 10. But I'm the one that produced it. All you're doing is moving it for me.
Well, you gotta look at it like this too, right? So with actors, we don't look at it this way, but 99% of the actors, they work for hire. This is why you hear this. They work for hire. Hollywood is saying you got that job because of your resume, but we could have gave this to somebody else. Somebody else could come in and make this, money that we're paying you. So you don't own this. Like you we could find somebody like you to act this part out.
That's fair. But then that's where the credits come in. So now it's like, all right, with all these credits that I done put in, all the years of work and all the moves that I got under my belt, that should at least give me some type of cachet where you was mentioning earlier, where I could make one movie and I'd be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. See,
So
and
what's the credit line? How many movies do you need to make? 50 movies, or do those 50 movies have to net an Academy Award from at least 5 of the movies that you know what I'm saying? What's the metrics?
mhm. And see, the ill thing about Hollywood is that there is no real metric.
It's all made up. It's all Hollywood. It's all that's what Hollywood is. It's all made up. It's not real.
Mm-hmm.
All that shit don't you know what I'm saying? You would think because you have
Yeah.
all these Academy Awards and you want this award and you want that award, that would at least give you some level of cachet to be like, nah, nigga, you gotta pay me at least 2 million
Mm-hmm.
off rip. Even if I'm just doing some background shit, it's 2 million because of my credits, because of what I put out there for this amount of many years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is the real metrics on how this is broken up? You know what I'm saying? It just seems like today is this and then tomorrow's gonna be that.
Because it also depends on your acting house, and your acting house is basically how you get like these big picture deals. So if somebody finds a liking to you and feel like that you're a star, you will get a deal that say, okay, with this acting house, you're gonna get a 5 picture deal. Each movie, we're gonna pay you $10 million, and that's the deal. That was like the big thing with Jonathan Majors when he started like really accelerating and him making his move. He was about to, when they say he was about to take over Hollywood, that was the kind of sit down he was going to have next. The last time we've heard of somebody basically about to take over Hollywood, but we didn't expect them to take over Hollywood. I won't say the last time, but one of the people was DMX. When DMX started doing movies, he got like one of them big deals along the same time when he was signed under Def Jam. He got like a crazy picture deal where he got like 5 movies for like $4 million a piece under that acting house. So if you're an actor and you're not under the major acting house, you don't see the type of money where you can do a movie and be solid for the next 3, 4 years off of that one movie financially.
And that's another part of it. That acting house shit seems like another scheme because it's like, yo, if you fuck with our acting house, we the only acting house that's gonna get you 10, 15, $20 million deals, but you gotta give me 10. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me off. The only way you won't get this if I get my 10%.
But see, they don't mind. See, the thing is, they don't mind giving the actors the money, right? They want to give them the money, right? They don't even want really a big percentage because their thing is the credit. So people that work the background, they like the credit because they love to say, "Oh, the people that brought you, uh, Jonathan Majors and whoever the successful."
The house, yeah, yeah. So they could be like, this is the last person I use, this
Right,
and the third, you know what I'm
right,
saying? It's all
right,
it's all for show.
right.
It's all make believe. You know what I'm saying?
So they don't mind making sure that the actors get their money because their money and the actor house mind, they rather make the 100,000 every month on time. They know what they're getting instead of the fast $30 million at one time and then talking about 30 years later, yo, I'm broke, I don't got it, baby. That's never gonna be the actor house. The actor house like that steady money on. You know what I'm saying? The money
Cause
on.
they know they got all the cachet, they got all the connections where the director could be like, oh, this actor acting funny. What new nigga you got in the acting house that I
Right.
could grab up real quick? You know what I'm saying? So it's all this buddy shit and this, that, and the third shit, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And
Hmm.
then that's how they just keep shit funning along. But the thing is, how is the actor now gonna be in a position where you done did all this work and you broke? So it's really on you.
Hmm. Well, a lot of see, and they used to kill me about the whole who's broker, artists or actors, and without a doubt, it's actors because there's too many avenues that artists have been making money from throughout the years. But a lot of actors really have side jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the misconception when you see people in these big movies, you think that everybody's rich, and that's not even the case. Not even the 1% is rich. Not even the 1%. Like we've heard Taraji P. Henson, who's a multimillionaire, just said that when she does a movie, she works at a deficit because the money that they pay her is not enough for her to walk away with. Not to mention the fact that she does her own, she has her own glam squad, has her own this that, and the third. Even though the movie production provides that. Every movie production provides a glam squad, but she needs her glam squad. She needs her different type of things that she needs to give off a great performance. So she has assistants that she needs to help her accelerate her performance. So she feels like that she always working at a deficit. So if they paying her 800,000 for the movie and she keeps a budget of $1.2 million, then that's 400,000 that she's losing per movie in her estimation. So if that's the metric, then how many?
You need to cut it down. You know what I'm saying? You need to cut somebody off, cut this shit off, this, that, and the third until you back liquid again and then get back on. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Right,
talk
but
about people, we talking about millionaires here. Like, yo, we don't give a damn that you broke, son. At the end of the day, son. We trying to
mhm,
be PG about this shit, but keep it
mhm.
100. They ain't gonna give a fuck that you broke, my
and
nigga.
then
Yeah, we
and,
don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? No
mhm.
sympathy over here.
And just to bring it on home, if she working at a deficit and she's still walking away with something, well, she's not walking away with anything supposedly at walking away with a deficit. Then what does that say to the people under her? So again,
But
not
that
even.
if they looking at her, I'm pretty sure they consolidating as much as they can. You at some point you have to
Hmm.
until that one big break happens. You know what I'm saying? Whenever it does, and
Hmm.
when it does, I hope you still keep that consolidated mindset. Yes, of course. You know what I mean. You want to treat yourself, this, that, and the third, but don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't go crazy like we normally might do. You don't need 3 Maybachs. You know what I'm saying? You just
Yeah,
get one. You don't need 3.
I'm saying even like, do you really need one for real? But okay,
I'm just that's what I'm
if
saying.
you
Do you really
really need
need a
one,
Maybach to get back and forth? A nice Benz do you justice. You know what I'm saying? But you
eh,
want to get the new 2026 Maybach because you just made it. Like, oh, chill. So just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, I remember what's the movie is the Great White Hype with Damon Wayans, and every time he'll win a fight, instead of giving him the money, they will give him a Rolls Royce. He was like, "Yo, I got 8 Rolls Royces. I want my money." Be like, "Yo, say how much Rolls Royces a brother gonna need? Yo, say go get. Like, I want my money on. Stop playing with me." So that kind of reminds me of that.
I-
I moving on to our next hot topic. It's a question, big question. Is college a scam? Is college a scam? Woo! The
I
million
mean,
kid. This $1 million question.
if you have a certain mindset and a certain goal in mind, and then yes, definitely college would be best suited for that individual. Like you want to go to school and be an engineer, or you want to go to school for this specific field of study, then yes, college would be the ideal goal. But if it's for somebody who has no idea and they're still trying to figure it out, maybe it may not be for you yet. You know what I'm saying? Like graduate high school, get a different job, work the job market first. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody, but I wouldn't say it's just the way it was pushed on everybody. Like everybody needs school. Like a lot of people don't really need school. Like some people like to just go straight to work. You know what I mean? If we had all different options, I'm pretty sure the ones who wanted to go to school would have went to school, and the ones who would have went to work or wherever would have went there and found their way. So
Mhm.
um I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I think it's just a case by case thing.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I honestly think it's case by case. Um, Obviously, if you're an athlete, well, it depends the type of athlete. If you're a football player, you going to college. You're going to college. If you want to pursue ever making the NFL, you have to play college football. That's just the way it works. It's not like baseball. It's not like basketball. We could go, out of the country and play in, pro leagues out of the country and then come back when when you're age appropriate. It's not the same. But we're talking about, everyday working person. It's case by case because college can be a scam in a sense where the best time to go to college is right after high school. It's the best time to go because of the time. You can still get out very young. And by the time you graduate, so let's say if you really graduate from college with the 4-year degree at 22, it's so weird when you're 22, you're like, damn, I'm 22. Like this feels so old, and you don't feel like like you're looking forward to nothing. But when you actually become 22, you're like, damn, I got a whole life ahead of me at 22, and walking around with this piece of paper, it might be able to open up some doors for me. College does teach you some things. It teach you really how to comply. It teach you how to think, but it don't teach you problem solving. Um, and then also college can be great by making the type of I would say making the type of I'm missing the word. I can't think of the particular word, but you're making the type of connections lifelong if you're working in certain fields. It can be a scam. It could be a big waste of money if you don't know what you're going for. Like my bro said, if you just go in there just to figure it out, college is not the place to go to figure it out. It's just going to be a lot of time, energy, and wasted because going to college, it has to be purposeful. Um, I think that gaining a trade can be way more beneficial than going to college after high school. So I have to agree with you, bro. It's case by case. I think if you need college to do something in the world that you want to do it, then go to college. But now when you go to college, you got to be purposeful, right? But if you're just trying to figure it out, no. Get you a trade. Figure out something that you would do for free that you really have an interest in doing just to do it, and it become a trade. It'll feel like you're not even working. So I know people like to laugh at plumbers because it's not a sexy job, but plumbers make a lot of money. And I'm just naming that because it's a known trade and still a known trade. And plumbing is like a business like tax like a tax business or like a funeral business. People always gonna need taxes, people always gonna die, people always gonna need plumbing. So learn you a trade, and it doesn't have to necessarily be plumbing, but learn you a trade that you would actually do just to do, and you don't look at it as work, and you could get paid lots of money for your expertise every day. So, and mind you, all you got to do is make $275 a day to make 100,000 for the year. So remember, I told you that. So I agree with you, bro. I think it's case by case as well. In the chat, most of the things are broke. I say yes. I have a degree in bioengineering, and I have been working in corporate for the last 7 years. I mean, it's so weird. Like a lot of our friends that we went to school with, they got their degree in one thing and they ended up doing something else with their life, right? So I mean, a degree doesn't equal success. You know, I watched my father struggle for a long time up until he got into his 50s and he had his master's. I watched my mother struggle for a long time and she had her master's. So at the end of the day, it's very individual based. Which company is going to find that degree so lit that if they could gain some experience on you, then that could turn that into a big wage and big salary. So it's really case by case. But do the research before you get into something that you love, so that way you know how to feed yourself the right way.
And then all these colleges and all these degrees and all the school and all this learning y'all did, they still didn't teach us shit about taxes. So remember that part too. We got bro with a chemical engineering degree. I know that was tough to get, but
Yes.
we damn sure uh, getting that degree was hard. But trying to do your taxes, which one is harder?
Right. You'd
You
be
know
like,
what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure had you been studying chemical engineering alongside with taxes, they'd probably be both neck and neck right now as far as easy enough to understand right now. But for some odd reason, the shit that we have to pay for that we get taxed for every fucking day, we don't got no knowledge on
mm-hmm.
it. That's just so weird.
and
It's
do,
funny how that works.
and do you have people that really think that they can learn taxes on their own? They think they can really teach themselves how to do taxes or take a class, and they're like, "Yeah, I know taxes." No, you don't. No, you don't. So again, case by case. I agree with you, bro. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. TikTok is officially back after a 6-hour ban. What do you think about that?
I didn't even understand what the ban was about or what the issue was, what the whole distraction was about. Like for you to ban it to just bring it back is just real goofy. So I
Mm-hmm.
understand the point of it
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Yeah.
And the people who are going losing, having a whole conniption about it, losing their minds, I'm pretty sure it looks retarded now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, at the end of the day, when it hit 12 o'clock, I was up, working on, different things or whatever. And I tapped into TikTok and it was like, sorry, we're offline and this, that, and that. I'm like, oh snap, TikTok is really off. So by the time I woke up this morning and I get like a notice in my email or something about TikTok about a comment, and I open it up and it's back on. So it's like, I thought y'all was off, baby. Like, so y'all back up for business and like y'all like nothing's ever happened. So they said they send up a follow up letter saying that some of the functions may not be working. It's going to take some time to get everything back up, whatever. So hey man, they saved TikTok. Okay, now what did that do for the real things that we need changing in this country? Y'all saved.
Yeah. It's funny enough that how these Democrats and Republicans can't see eye to eye about all this other shit. Y'all can't see the eye about nothing, but for some reason y'all could come together on some TikTok shit. Like,
Come
come
on.
on, son. Like, look, America, what's up with y'all, son? They
And
keep they keep they keep doing this to y'all left and right, every which way. Son. It's getting to the point where it's like, damn, we just It's like fuck it. We just gonna fuck with them for 6 hours. Just cause. It's like, come on, son.
And then
Like
you,
they playing in your face every fucking time, son. They tell you that they can't get in agreement with where the money at that they send to Ukraine, but with TikTok, they all understand that it needs to go. Come on, son.
but then at the same time, with it coming back, it's a part of the distraction. We got to keep people distracted. So what are we doing? Bring back TikTok. We don't care with the information that's shared on TikTok. We don't care. We don't care if China could use face recognition or what they, what the American people is really, vibing to. We don't care. We need a distraction. So it's so funny how they can come to a decision on TikTok, or we're going to give, another 90 days to really give the final decision on TikTok. At the end of the day, nobody cares, because if TikTok really goes for real, all it's going to do is pump up another social media platform. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's whatever, something is going to be busting. I mean, I remember when what was the other one that was busting for a little while? Where it was basically like phone, where you kind of like talk on the phone to everybody. What's the other one that was busting like around like the around COVID. I can't think of the one that was busting around COVID, but everybody basically was on the phone and you
Oh, you
could,
talking about that chat room joint? What's that
right.
shit called? I forgot the name of that shit.
So it's like when one thing dies, something else is going to rise. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So it's crazy how they could come out with the decision to give it more time to make a decision, but we can't make real decisions on the money. We can't make real decisions on real policies that we need to move this thing forward, whether it's in the financial space, whether it's in the housing space, whether it's in the insurance space. But TikTok, oh yeah, we could keep that on for you. We could keep the lights on for TikTok. Come on, give me a break, man. Give me a break. It's nasty work at the end of the day, and at we just love to be distracted. And there's nothing wrong with a little distraction, but there has to be options to the distraction, and there has to be real answers to the real things that we need answers to. So I mean, at the end of the day, they got their little 6 hour ban. So what? The TikTok is not really benefiting like the real population. You have some people that's really making money off of TikTok. Great. Great. You have a line of income that's making money from TikTok. Great. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, by and large, what is TikTok doing for the people?
Mm.
So that's how I feel about the whole TikTok ban for 6 hours. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. NFL Hall of Famer Marshall Falk has now joined the Colorado Buffaloes as the new running back coach. What do you think about that?
Yo, next season running back, yo, niggas gonna be doing like 250 a game, son. Like Marshall Fark about to school you youngins? Oh, nah, son. I think y'all know the game now? Shit, all right. Oh, it's about to be a wrap. Son. Every running back that come to Colorado about to do 200 a game, son. At least 200, son. No less than that, son.
Oh, two
Two
eight one.
over 200, 3 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? One receiving touchdown, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just every running back, son.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So the cutbacks, yeah, it's gonna be ill. So old school knowledge with the new school swaggy. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
y'all, these young cats about to get some new knowledge and about to take it to a whole nother level. We about to see a new level of mixtapes. When I mean you ain't never seen mixtapes on the football field like this. You about to see skating on the next level. When I mean top tier figure eight skating, the way niggas gonna have niggas missing. Oh man, I can't wait.
Oh man. What happens when a running back go 128 in that running back room?
They're gonna have to, they're
What's
gonna
gonna
have to
happen?
run it out. Move faster.
Like, yo, I won 28, coach. Like, yo, what? You know what that number did in this game, not me. So this is gonna be this. I can't wait to see it. To have Marshall Falk as the running back coach is big time. It's big time. It's big time. So I'm looking forward to see the upgrade of that room. They brought back all the backs. I think their running back group this past year was an upgrade to the previous year. So when you add Marshall Falk as your coach, to he's going to see things and accelerate their gameplay, hands down. And
Oh,
they
that's a fact.
establish a run presence at Colorado. That's been like their thing. They want to establish that. They just signed like the 6'6", 340-pound guard. They got another big offensive tackle from uh from both Ole Miss and Texas A&M. They brought in a center that was like 320 pounds from Louisiana Tech. They want to run that thing. They want to run that ball, and they got the backs to do so already. So when you got 028 back there, just giving you the knowledge and sharpening your tool, I think is going to really be beneficial to that team. And a quick shout out to not a shout out, but a quick chill your down to the people that's been sending threats to Coach Prime. They did an episode on one of the shows that I was watching with Coach Prime, and he's been receiving death threats.
Mm.
Like, well, it was more so last year where he was receiving death threats. I need to chill on that. This college football is the best sport that we have in any American sport. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the sport. Let's not get ridiculous. Like, you threaten a man's life is ridiculous. Like, come on. But we need to celebrate this. This is Major Dope Marshall Falk, a part of that Colorado staff, along with, Warren Sapp, obviously Deion Sanders, and at some point, T.O. is probably going to be, the defined receiving coach. But you can go to any game or any practice. T.O. going to be in his sweats at practice, like, yo, look, little dude, you need to bust her out like this. You need to cut that off. You got to give him cushion, baby. Just a little cushion. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. That would be
Can't
dope.
wait till all those coaches branch off and become their own head coach at their own programs after like dominating at Colorado. I can't wait for that because when they was doing that for all these other coaches, they didn't make. You know what I'm saying? They had this whole
Yeah,
football tree of coaches that sprung from one coach.
yeah,
All right, so let's do that here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get that. Let's get these other coaches so good at they feel that they aspire to be head coaches at other schools now.
yeah, yeah. That would be
But
dope, man.
before that, I want to see some ice skating on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
give that knowledge up to these youngins, and then like let's see this new season coming up.
Yeah. They looking for a new offensive line coach. I wouldn't be surprised that the new offensive line coach will be another NFL guy because their previous guy that was from the NFL, Coach Lordholt, he took the job at Texas A&M, so he left. No,
It's
well, no,
already starting. You know what I'm saying?
he went to Ole Miss. My bad, he went to Ole Miss.
It's already starting. So
Yeah, yeah. So I would love to see another offensive line coach that stemmed from the NFL. And how dope would it be if they would have bring in somebody like a Ray Lewis at the linebacker coach, because Ray Lewis been trying to get that a head coaching job, and it just have never like really fell through. So how dope it would be that Ray Lewis would be a linebacker coach at Colorado.
I'm pretty sure they already had them talks, and I'm pretty sure they played together. So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Ain't no way in hell you ain't Ray Lewis ain't called Prime.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Ain't no
yeah,
way you ain't talk to your bro and like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to do.
yeah,
Like, bro, I got you. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
Cause they already got a linebacker coach who's solid, and he's also in depth to the recruiting. But if you bring in somebody like Ray Lewis, just a cold linebacker coach or whatever the case may be, like, what are we talking about? Like, yo, bro, like, or consultant, it don't even matter. B, he's just
mhm.
there. You know what I'm saying? So Ed Reed has already joined. I'm not sure which staff, but he already joined either Michael Vick's staff at Norfolk or Deshaun Jackson's staff at Delaware State. So he's either at one of those two schools right now. So the bros are clicking up. They clicking up, and I love to see it. So I would love to see this thing move even forward. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. What do you think of the super producer Timbaland has opened up a channel through TikTok where he gives the platform for any and all artists to send them his song, listen to it, and critique it. And if it's fire, he gonna blast it. Whatever, what he may sign you, I don't. He may sign you, but he's definitely going to give you a blast. He's gonna follow you on Instagram, and he gonna blast your music. What do you think about that?
I think that's fire, you know what I'm saying? As long as there's no underhandedness, behind the scenes typeness, you know what I'm saying? Everything's straightened out, be on the up and up, you know what I'm saying? These are people that look up to you and like really trying to get on, and I hope you really put them onto the business.
Well, they didn't talk about. They're not talking about business. They just
Right.
talk.
Yeah, no. I get that. Fuck
Yeah.
the music. We need the business. Fuck the music. Y'all niggas always worry about the music, never worried about the business. You
Mm-hmm,
Timberland, you've been in the business for 30 years. Are you gonna put somebody on with the knowledge of the business now? Fuck the beats.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Get
mm-hmm,
the business up. The person that give you that good ass beat, all right, cool. You know how to make beats. Cool. Like now let's get to the business of the music. That's
mm-hmm,
what it should be about.
mm-hmm,
You already know how to make the beats.
mm-hmm.
Do you know about paperwork?
Well, you know he knows about paperwork. You
Well,
know.
is he gonna put niggas on about paperwork?
Yeah. I'm just telling you what that.
That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
buffale. It's on TikTok. You dangling a carrot in front of a nigga. Oh, you know how to make beats? Cool. Then you come to the studio. He finesse you. Probably hit you with some baby oil. Who knows? I don't know. Everybody doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know no business though.
Mm-hmm. You go put this. You go put that smut on Timberland. The baby oil. The baby oil smut.
I'm saying everybody been talking about baby oil. Y'all all been in the industry. To say nobody don't know nothing is insane.
Mm-hmm.
To say nobody don't know nothing about nothing is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So let's get to the business now. Niggas been getting raped from the music industry for how long? Y'all been in this game for how long? Y'all still don't know the game? That's scary. So if you do know the game, put the youngins on. That's all. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously they know how to make beats. They doing it from their damn laptops and they damn fucking on their phones now.
Mm-hmm.
The beat and making beats and music is not the part. It's the business part that needs to be really, really delved into.
I like the portion that you're going to, but I also think it's dope that he's giving a platform for artists, whether they're rappers, singers, producers.
That's cool. They've been doing that. We need
Right,
the business part now. How
right.
many platforms niggas been had? How many? What's the thing? When you have a bunch of artists come in and they, you know what I'm saying? It's a show with a bunch of artists that are trying to come up. What's the thing called again?
Uh, they got a few of them, bro. Like there's a lot of
That's
them.
why that's my whole point. But there's no business aspect of the music game. We need the business.
Right,
We
but
need the business. You know what I'm saying?
again, for me,
Oh, a showcase. That's what I meant. Like you got a whole bunch of showcases. Yeah, everybody showing their talent. That's
mhm,
cool. What
mhm,
about your talent to read contracts? What about
right.
that talent?
The aspect that you're talking about is the aspect that needs to be pushed. That's a fact. But I like the fact that there's a lane for somebody of his caliber that could reach back to people that don't have a Timberland that they could reach. Timberland is Timberland, right? So musically, sonically, they're getting game that they wouldn't be able to get from nowhere else. Like you should hear some of the music that they send him, and he's I ain't gonna hold you. He's flaming some of the music as well too, because some of the music they send him is trash. Um, which is also needed. The music and the production of the music is also needed. People need help with their music because all the music that's out don't sound great. But you can't ignore the aspect that you're talking about. But I do appreciate the aspect of the fact that again they can send their music in. He listened to it live. If he mess with it, he gonna put it on blast. If he don't mess with it, he gonna move along. He not gonna sit there and like rip you a new one. But he like, yo, you need to work on this, this, this. If it's kind of missing something, if it's not right, he get rid of you. And if it's dope, he'll show that love. So I respect the aspect of that. Now, Timberland knows contracts, but he's always been signed to somebody. Um, so at the end of the day, me personally, I would rather hear a channel, and there's no disrespect to Timbaland because he is a legend. He's iconic. He's forever. But I would want to hear that paperwork for somebody like like Master P, in my opinion. So I appreciate the fact that this producer is giving me information on what he does well. So, but that aspect that you're talking about, he still has something to say to that conversation as well too. If the music is fire like that, you know what I'm saying? So if he has an extensive conversation with them, say, yo, this song is dope. When you choose to shop your music around, make sure you look for this particular thing in your contract or this or whatever the case may be. So that's something to say in that aspect if he wants to add to that conversation. So what you're saying should be added to what he's doing because he does have something to say. But at the same time, I still appreciate the fact that he's giving game to what he does well. Shout out to 740 in the building. Peace. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit them hearts. Hit them hearts in the 100s. Hit them hearts in the 100s. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Is blaming another man, that's a question, I'm sorry. Is blaming another man for your failures, is that a form of a loser mentality?
Of course, you always got to take accountability. Men know this already. This is a silly ass question. Men already know this. Even the ones that ignore it know. That's why they're ignoring it. We all we as human beings should know this. We A lot of us don't strive to it. Sometimes we run away from it. It happens. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, we all know that the things that happen in our lives, what we did for those occurrences to happen. So we have to take accountability for our actions. However minor or major it may be, you have to also take accountability for that. Your first step is yourself. You know what I'm
But do we know this? Because I'm seeing a lot of,
saying?
things in our social media, past actors, artists, people of interest. They will say things, well, if I didn't get with this person, I would have been more successful. If I would have got with that person instead of this millionaire over here, I would have been more successful than I ended up. So it makes me wonder that, do we really know that? Do we really know that having a loser mentality is in part of blaming somebody else for our own failures? When we see it every day on social media.
Yeah, because I think it's easy to blame somebody else, especially on social media. It's definitely easier. You could say they all the time, and you'd be like, "They? Who's they?" You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Who's they?
Stop. Stop. I know you was about to go with this. Stop. Stop. Stop.
You know,
They thought you
they.
killed my mother.
It's that it's that clean dressing brother from Uptown, Akbar. That's they. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't
So
grow
yeah,
into my mouth, Ms. Hawkins.
see, that's not somebody taking accountability.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
You over there moving all the weight, all the work, but then you want to blame the next man.
And Kareem Akbar on top of that. He was just
He
hype.
was there to make sure everything was straight in the courtroom. He ain't even know you was gonna dime him out.
Bro, he was just hype. Instead of making $800 a week, he made $8,000 a week. He was just hype with that.
Like, come on, son. Accountability
Mm-hmm.
is it's tough when you gotta understand that the some of the situation or some of the situations you in are sometimes due to your own fault.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm a human being. It's happened to me too. So you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Seven. You already know the you know what I'm saying, the lingo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's dope. That's dope. 740. But yeah, so I've also seen like, and this again, this is no shot. This is what was said. Dame Dash, mogul, big time mogul. Respect this game, respect this hustle. He doesn't get enough credit uh, at what he's done into the game, but he made mention that Beanie Siegel. He felt like Beanie Siegel would have been 10 times bigger if Beanie Siegel would have opted to sign with him after Bad Boy after Rockefeller split. Now Beanie Siegel seen it and replied. Beanie Siegel felt like he was still big regardless of who he would have signed with. His life is his life, and he don't feel like he necessarily fell off, but he liked his life. You know what I'm saying? But if he was going to be as big as Damon Dash said it was going to be, then he felt like there should have been a conversation about that. Then there should have been a sit down where you say, "Yo, I know you thinking about going with Jay, but just this is what I got on the table for you, and boom, 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 boom." Because regardless on what somebody has on your table, that person still has to do the work, regardless of the fact that it is. So I like the fact that Beanie Siegel response was more so was it wouldn't have mattered who he would have signed with, his life would have basically still been his life, and he likes his life. It's not like he looks at himself like a has been or never was. He's like, yo, I'm still Beanie Siegel, and I just live a different life. So I really liked his response on that. But the fact that Dame Dash felt like, yo, he would have been bigger with me instead of going with Jay Z, it also made me think of that because you also see other people that will come up, and talk about other like, I know this happened back in 1992, but he slapped me in front of like 1,000 people, and I just never recovered from that. And because of him, I never had confidence in myself. And we see it every day. These are not the only. We see it every day on social media, and we see it every day on all types of platforms. So you think this is the type of lesson that we would know, but we really don't know this until people really have to point that out. It's a losing mentality.
It definitely is, because that is at the same time, it's like, all right, I understand Dame Dash and all the stuff that you did for music, but it's like with all the knowledge that you've gained over the years, why don't you start another label again? Get another Jay-Z, make another Beanie Siegel, make another Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Find another artist that is a resemblance of a Jay.
Like develop.
Not you know what I'm saying, developing, because if you did it first, right? That's what you're saying, right? So
Mhm.
you have the talent and the knowledge to do it again. But what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make no sense. It's like saying a plumber, once you gain the knowledge of a plumber and you know how to go out and work, you fucked up at one job, all of a sudden you don't know how to do plumbing no more.
Mm,
You still have the knowledge. Yeah, you may have fucked up at this one job, but the next job is gonna be better. Because
mm,
guess what? You learn from that one. So how you not make a whole nother label and come back with a whole nother Rockefeller?
mhm,
You know what I'm saying?
mhm. But
So
he did start another label. I remember at that time he did start another label. But you got to remember too, mentality and mindset is everything. And whatever your mentality and mindset, when you have a situation like that, that's a once in a lifetime time situation. You have to have the type of mentality to make something bigger and better moving forward instead of thinking what you had. Because most people in that situation would think, this is what I had. I don't have that no more. But when you had that, you help build that, right? So if you take on the mindset of building it again, but building it bigger, better, and stronger, then you'll put yourself in a more advantageous situation mentality wise, right? So the thing is not see the way I look at it. Dame Dash is not the person with the loser's mentality, but he was trying to give a loser's mentality to Beanie Siegel by making it seem like he wasn't as big as he was, or he would have been bigger than what he was had he been with him. But Beanie Siegel didn't keep that mindset. He's saying, "Yo, my life is my life. I love my life. I went through some real stuff at the time, and I still end up loving my life." Now, I'm pretty sure if he could have an extra dollar or two, we all would take it, right? But it was like a losing mentality, like a way out to like, push that narrative. So I really enjoy that particular answer. And there's a lot of people out here that will say, yo, I had this coach, or I had this teacher, or I had, this person or that person, and I felt like they held me back, and that's the reason why I didn't make it through. So they the only person that gatekeep your whole situation. The only person. So the losing mentality is a real thing. Having losing mentality could derail your life if you actually let it. Because I know people that's really like that, and still to this day they really like that. Uh, so yeah. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, flight attendant fired. A flight attendant fired for doing twerking videos on the plane. What do you think about that?
I seen that. It's not about her getting fired. It's about her making a GoFundMe and actually people giving her money. This
Yeah.
is exactly about not taking accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you talking about? You the one that got yourself fired.
Mm-hmm.
Now you still begging people for money, and then the people who sending money is the whole goofies.
Mm-hmm.
The person is still not going to learn from their mistakes. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid as fuck. What was the point of that? What was the logical reasoning for doing that? What was it? I really want to know.
I couldn't tell you, bro. I'm
Like,
not a lady. You know what I mean?
there's no logic behind it. Like, and this is the type of woman that still wants to be chosen. But this is a lot. But this is logic. You have a good ass job. You decide to twerk, post it, and then act like you getting fired is somehow the company's fault.
Right.
Like,
Right.
this can't be life.
Right.
This can't be life, son. And then goofy ass niggas is sending her bread.
I was going to get to that. That was the second part of what I was going to get to after
It's
we.
not even the fact that she twerking and sending posting it because everybody twerking. You sell a apartment complex with a twerk. You know what I'm saying? You sell ice cream with twerking. So everybody twerking. It's not even the fact that twerking. It's the fact that people are sending you money off of your fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So now it's going to go into a three-parter, because you answered the first, you immediately talked about the second. So no, but the second part was very valid, because again, she's twerking, you're in the wrong, you get fired, and she's looking like, cause I'm twerking. Yes, you represent the country. I mean the company. You got, airlines on your back or on your chest, and you twerking that thing. That's not our brand, right? You tooting it and booting it. That's not our brand. Gets fired, crying and all that. I started to GoFundMe just to get me through, and dude just sending the bag to her. So the third part of that: do we live in a society where a man could do something real goofy, get fired, start a GoFundMe, and that GoFundMe would bust off the way that it's busting off for this young lady?
Hell no, because men ain't gonna support other men, nigga. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not doing that. Not doing that.
Like, unless you my mans, I'm supporting you, but a random nigga, nah.
No, we will support each other on some positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if a man lost his job because he did something goofy, started a GoFundMe to get him through, other men ain't supporting that. Now, if we start in the school,
Nah, don't even say no school. You better say like a t-shirt or a hat business or something. Don't say school. Because niggas buy fitteds before they buy a school.
I'm saying, like, the ones that got a school or a school program is like, yo, where the school at? Dog, it's been 15 years. Like, what happened? So, you know, but if we're doing something positive, yes, right? But if we're doing something goofy, that's a hell no. That's a hell no. We not supporting none of that. We not supporting other men doing that. Women wouldn't even support a man doing something goofy after he done got fired. You got fired, so you got no job. That's how a woman look at it. So you don't got no job.
So you went into work with your uniform, decided to take your uniform on, post a video up, and got fired. That's what you did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the logic doesn't make no sense. But
Right.
because it's a woman, she can scapegoat all throughout life because it's gonna be a bum ass simp ass nigga gonna pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody told you to post that.
Mm-hmm.
You willingly posted it on your own. And somehow, some way, you can't find or fathom the reason and the gravity that's your fault.
Mm-hmm. Now, blaming the airline for herself being fired, that's a form of a loser's mentality.
That's basically, had Spirit been a nigga, that's it would have been the nigga's fault. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right, right,
It's Spirit's fault that you twerk at work
right,
and then posted it from your phone
right.
on your account.
On the on it
It's the company's fault
on their plane
while using their Wi-Fi.
in the uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, like you just can't make this shit up, son. Like this is crazy, son.
Yeah.
You using a company Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
God damn, diabolical work.
Wings United guest line. The Wings United guest line. You know what
You
I'm
know what
saying?
I'm saying?
Because you
Just to post faster.
right. You know what I'm saying. You don't use the top tier line. You use the guest line. You know what
Yeah, because you
I'm
ain't want to waste time. Just nah. I'm gonna go straight to the guest joint real
saying? Go
quick.
to
You know
the,
what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? Let me
Like
get fired with Mac.
where the ladies at? Where are y'all at?
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all say to this?
Mm-hmm.
Cause y'all awfully quiet.
Yeah.
When women do goofy shit, other women be quiet as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the chat, Ebony, she's not smart. What did she
Now
think?
our chat is lit. We talking about everybody else.
Yeah, that's the fact. Not
We're not talking about our people right here. This is our
fact.
squad right here. We ain't talking about us. We
Yeah,
talking about them.
but-
You know what I'm saying?
right. That's a fact. That's a fact. No, that's a fact. I'm just saying for the rewatch because you know the
Yeah,
rewatch.
because they may be like, oh wait, hold up.
Yeah,
My Twitter finger's about to go crazy on the
yeah.
comments.
Because the rewatch, they gonna go crazy like, yo, you ain't shouting me out, Ash, on the Joe when I'm saying something, and we be our lady viewership has been growing, so so all due respect, we see the comment or whatever, so we showing y'all that for that love, but this is for the rewatch, because the rewatch when they go crazy, y'all have some sort of representation, but by and large, we're talking about by and large on social media. Where's the rest of the women to say, yo, what the hell are you doing? Take accountability for yourself. You shouldn't have been in that position in the first place.
I want to hear the conversation between her and her best friend when that shit happened. I would love to hear that conversation.
I already know how that conversation went, bro. I already know how it
It's
went.
gonna be like tennis. It's gonna be like two tennis players going back to back with accountability.
Like you right, they shouldn't have did that. I don't even understand why they did that.
Why they do that to you, girl?
Like
They bugging.
they bugging. Like what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like can't make this up. Can't make this up, y'all. Can't
Real
make.
life is better than make believe. Any day of the week, son. You can't make none of this up. You can't, son.
Trying to tell you. That's why that question was so important earlier. Is blaming another person. Well, it was blaming another man, but blaming another person for your failures is that a losing mentality? If you take man out and just put person, oh my goodness. So she's blaming the company for losing her job in their uniform, on their plane, their Wi-Fi, doing something that's not company policy that don't go along with their brand. Baby girl, you're not moving hot wings. You're not selling thongs in bedroom wear. You work for the air.
Why couldn't you do a TikTok about how lit Southwest our lane is? You know what I'm saying? Make the company look good. They might have bumped you up or something.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you want you. It's all about you.
Can at least bump me up to hell mailman. You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying? Damn.
Flipping burgers, flipper. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
This week I'm on fries.
Welcome to Hoochie Burger. May I take your order, please? You know what I'm saying?
I can't hear you. May you please talk into the hoochie? Yo, we need to bring back hoochie, son. Matter
Yo,
of fact, we need to bring back heifer. When's the last time somebody called somebody a heifer?
chill,
We need
bro.
to bring back these old terms because they used to hit different. Hoochie
Yo,
just hit different, son.
yo, I was about to drink my water. Chill, bro. Chill. Let Hoochie be where Hoochie at. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Now we need to bring hoochie back. You know what I'm saying?
oh my god, bro, that's too funny. That's like kind of bringing back like Cootie Cat or something like that. Like that's, I mean, like it's in that realm, you know, it's in that realm. You know?
Fuck, I'm gonna start calling niggas dweebs now.
yo,
Fuck it.
yo, you stupid. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Hulk Hogan, aka WD wrestler Hulk Hogan, aka Terry Bola, was booed by the WWE fans. Highlighted with those WWE fans was also O'Shea Jackson Jr., better known as uh, Ice Cube's son, as well. Uh, as Hulk Hogan was entering the arena, stemming from his racial comments years back. What do you think about that? O'Shea Jackson Jr. has opened up on different media platforms within the last week that he was at the WWE event, and him and the rest of the fans booed him because of that. What do you think about that?
Like niggas be having amnesia or some shit. Like, well, you thought we forgot about that? Like, come on, son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, yo, I don't know where I like, bro. Where's your accountability? Like, you thought we just forgot about that. You ain't sit down with none of us and apologize, nothing. Say it was the baby oil. You know what I'm saying? You ain't say nothing. You just expect us to just forget about that.
Yeah,
You got me fucked up, nigga.
yeah.
Fuck out of here. And we rock with you too, son. It was a slap in our face, man. Just an egregiousness, man. So yeah, you gonna get booed, my nigga.
You gonna hold these hot L's.
Yeah, you gonna
Hold
hold
these
these hot
hot L's.
L's, son. Like,
Yeah. Yes.
all right, get out of here, son.
I'm not gonna sit up here and cap to you. Hulk Hogan growing up for me was a hero. I was a Hulkamaniac though. Like I rooted for this man in all the matches. And to become an adult and to hear somebody that you looked up to as far as entertainment, being entertained, spending good money. My parents spend good money on toys, action figures, wrestling buddies, movies. We don't went to fights. Good money to see you to support Hulk Hogan because I think the world of you. It's a big slap in the face, man. To think that that's how you think about people that look like me and my brother.
And we put money in your pocket? The audacity, son. We put money in your pocket, bro. Paid to see your shows, nigga.
Bro, I
When
had
we ain't have to.
bro,
We
I
chose to do that. You bugging, son.
I had the finest of beach towels of Hulk Hogan. Pause. Now, I'm talking about little ass. I'm not talking about grown man ass. I'm talking about little ass. I'm talking about 7, 8-year-old ass with the Hulk Hogan towel with the matching thermos in school in
Was he
school.
Hulk Hogan? Wasn't he the one with
Thing.
the stretch toy or some shit like that? Like
Yeah, he had
he
one.
had like a whole bunch of
He had
toys and shit. Like, yo,
all of that shit, bro.
man,
I had the finest of the lunch boxes with the Hulk Hogan SummerSlam lunch box with the matching thermos inside, with
hold
the towel.
You talking about a good bev in that thermostat? Yo, good bev, man.
The finest of qualities.
Thirst quencher. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? And you could, and this was back in the day, and I know y'all probably like, yo, Ash, you bugging. This was back in the day where having a fire lunchbox was like having a fire car. So when you came to school and you like, yeah, I got the Batman lunchbox.
And you had the 5 book bag to pull the lunchbox out of?
Bro, so now we compare a lunchbox. So you got the Batman lunchbox. You ain't saying nothing. My boy
They
like,
got the WrestleMania joint. Nigga, fuck out of here, son.
but my boy gonna be like, yo, I got the Batman. So my other boy like, I got Spider-Man. I'm like, y'all come to me with all this? Like, I'm about to whip out Hulk Hogan, pause, with the matching thermos. Shut the lunchroom down. The finest of qualities. So the point that I'm making, even though I made it a kind of jokey, the point that I'm making is that we supported this man for decades, bro. Wrestling matches, not even to mention pay-per-view, the money that our parents paid on pay-per-view. Like I said, lunch boxes, toys, anything WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan related, we was rocking to all that. Good money every Christmas. For him to sum this off like this, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good all the way. It's like you never even exist to me, bro. Real talk. So I applaud O'Shea Jackson Jr. for even saying it on a platform as big as the platforms that he was on. He was on major platforms. He's on TV shows. He was doing it on the radio station, on major platforms, telling the story. We didn't forget. We didn't forget because we actually heartbroken by that, bro. Heartbroken. And when you become an adult, you look at it differently, obviously. But when you're a kid, it's like, damn, like I really looked at you like, yo, you was like a hero. You know what I'm saying? But when you become an adult, you look at the things for all the right reasons, and it's like, man, this dude is so corny, man. Like just had me all the way tight, bro. So I applaud O'Shea Jackson Jr. for even speaking on it because we didn't forget. We're gonna keep talking about it. Like, yo, you whack forever for that. And then his response to this, well, he didn't respond to O'Shea Jackson Jr., but his response of everything was he had made a statement, and I'm paraphrasing, but he did say within the statement is that, what can I say? Back in the day, we was all a little racist. That's what we sum it up to. And then he also said that saying that statement was the biggest mistake in his life.
No, getting caught saying the statement was a big, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. That's how you always felt. Like, fuck, yo, just be who you are. So stop this lying. See, that's why I can't trust actors. You know what I'm saying? Because you lie for a living. And then when the real truth comes out, all of a sudden, no, no, ain't no backpedaling because that's how you really truly are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. You finished that for me. You finished that for me. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Ash picks is in. Ash picks is in. So these NFL playoffs, man, it got very interesting. Very interesting. So the first game, Texas versus the Chiefs. I predicted the Chiefs was going to win, and my Chiefs won that game. We tore it up. We did our thing. It was a good game. The game was tight, but we still pulled it out. Pulls. Whoa. That sound wild just now, but we was able to get the win. Next game, Washington versus Detroit. I went with Detroit. Washington beat Detroit. Washington came out there. Shout out to Jalen Daniels. He was killing as a rookie. So as a rookie, he's probably having the best rookie season for a quarterback probably ever. I mean, not to mention, Stroud took his team to the second round last year. This rookie has taken the Washington Commanders. I want to say I'm gonna call them Redskins. I'm
I'm gonna
not.
call him. When your mama call you Redskin, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
call you
I'm
Redskin. You know what I'm saying?
respect at all. He's taking
Commanders.
Washington Redskins to the semifinals, bro. If they beat the Eagles, which is a division game, They go to the Super Bowl
For
as
the
a
first time, man. How long? How many years, son?
come on
If you
as a
want football to go for the next 15, 20 years of keeping people glued in, you gotta let this shit rock, son. You gotta let this shit rock, son. You know what I'm saying? Call Vegas and them, let the shit go through. You know what I'm
let
saying?
it go crazy, let it
Let
go.
them go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And he lit it up. He lit it up. He elevates Washington. He lit it up. Pinpoint accuracy, ran where he had to run, but he was tearing the Detroit Lions up, man. So shout out to Jaden Daniels. That
And
dude,
he did it better than they golf, because you know how these announcers in there with the funny remarks about black QBs versus white
yeah,
QBs. Oh, they move too much in the pocket and this,
yeah,
that, and the third. They don't put zip in the ball because the white QBs are more intelligent because they stay in the pocket and get smacked and take the hit and throw the accurate pass.
yeah.
My bro did all of that.
Do all that. You know what I'm saying? And then the Eagles got their hands full next week because they got
And golf threw 4 picks. Bro ain't
yeah,
throw no picks.
right, right. So it's I'm the boy could play. I know the Bears deserve to be where they at. They have they don't pick quarterbacks well, bro. The Bears could have had Patrick Mahomes. They could have had Jaden Daniels last year. They could have had Lamar Jackson. They could have had no those are the three main quarterbacks that they could have had.
Bro, we talking about a franchise. We talking about a franchise that went mad hard for Rex Grossman. I don't want to hear nothing about Chicago, son. Fuck out of here, son.
Yo,
They went hard. You hear what I said? They went hard for Rex Grossman.
yes, yeah.
Chad, do your history and go back and check on the highlights of Rex Grossman, please. Straight ass.
You gonna see Florida highlights. That's it. That's what you see. That's college. That's college. But this is Steve Spurrier offense. This is around top level talent. When you got top level receivers, that's that's different. But yeah, they went mad hard for Rex Grossman, which is
So
wild.
I don't want to hear about Chicago and quarterbacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Never.
They oh my god, I know they hurt. Shout out to Rowan Jack in the building. One of our other badge holders is in the building. Make sure y'all tap in. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Sorry guys. For tomorrow, my boy with the turtleneck. You already know, man. We keep it clean over here. You know, we giving people a run for their money on this fly stuff. You know, it's not too cold in Florida. It's a little shaky in Florida with the weather. But man, thank you for tapping in, supporting us the way you do. As always, we appreciate you a million times. We say that from our heart, man. Uh, so you got Washington beating Detroit. That's an upset. So I lost that game. Buffalo versus Baltimore. I predicted that Baltimore would win. Buffalo beat Baltimore tonight, which is very surprising. Like I'm not going to hold you. I mean, both the way Lamar Jackson have been playing, you put the back there, the outside of not having Zay Flowers, he got two of the best tight ends in football. You have arguably one of the best running backs in football that just ran for 1,900 yards, and y'all lose to the Buffalo Bills.
It was a close one, man. Went down to the wire. He did everything he was supposed to do. Bro just dropped that 2 point conversion, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying? He did everything he was supposed to do. I'm not even going to take away from Lamar Jackson. He did everything. And the weather was a huge factor, as we saw at towards the end with that 2 point conversion. It just slipped out his hand. And bro caught the touchdown the last, you know what I mean? The play
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So it's just that's how it is with football, man. It just be that you catch that ball, pause the one time, and then it just slip out their hand the next place, and it
It's a
be
game.
just like that, son.
It's a game of inches.
And he was right there.
It's a
He was
game of
right
inches.
there too. So
The game of inches. So, and he can't turn the ball over. Can't turn the ball over. Turnovers are a major, major cog when you get to this deep in the playoffs. You just said with Jalen Daniels, he didn't turn the ball over. When you don't turn the ball over, your team is in such an advantageous situation, and it's just that simple in the playoffs. If you don't turn the ball over, you could win the game if you don't turn the ball over, whether interception or fumble. Just can't have it. So I did predict that game wrong. Uh, the next game, uh, the LA Rams versus the Eagles. I went with the Rams for the upset. I thought the Rams was really going to win this game. The weather was a major factor in this game. Being in Philly when that snow came down, how Philly scored, and the crazy thing is, the Rams was down by 2 touchdowns with like 3 minutes left. I look up, they scored that quick, being 6 points away. They didn't make the 2 point conversion, which they could have turned into a 4 point game. Then they get the ball back again with time left and the timeout and couldn't get to the end zone. So shout out to the Eagles because they earned that. Saquon Barkley should be the MVP. He should be the MVP still. I'm still mad at the Eagles for not letting him try to get to that major record, but without Saquon Barkley, the Eagles wouldn't be able to do what they do because the passing game, you got all these guys on all these great receivers, but the passing game hasn't. It's been real clunky. So you got a guy like Saquon Barkley that can do what he can do, and part of that is because you can't pressure the box. So he's able to do what he Saquon is special. So, the Eagles got the win. They pulled it out at the end. Pause again. And a nail biter. So they're playing the Raiders. They're playing the Redskins next week. Again, I'm not calling them Commanders, y'all. They're the Redskins, and they're gonna have their hands full. The game is gonna be in Philly, and they're gonna have their hands full. The last time Jaden Daniels played against them, he struggled in the beginning, but ended up throwing like 4 touchdowns towards the end of that game. And in the last quarter, I think he threw like 3 touchdowns alone in the last quarter. So they're gonna have their hands full playing the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles gonna have their hands full playing the Redskins, and you got Bills and my Chiefs, third game, conference finals. This game is going to be big time and it's going to be special. So, so you got Chiefs and Bills, and you got an old time classic in Washington and the Eagles. So, looking forward to next week's playoff games. Shout out to Dope Boy in the building, Rams, running game defense won championship, Daniels, rookies, quarterback. No, yeah, man. Quarterback separated. You get you a good quarterback, your franchise could make leaps and bounds. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. This segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. Buy dope photography right now. If you're in the Miami area, you can book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're not, still book that session. They will fly you out, take care of your session. Again, at bigbravosection.com. Got a petty thought for us, petty law, petty words.
Chat, you know how we do. We always do the law book, the law library. It's very important that we understand the legal definition of words, especially in contracts. They use words all the time, and we just fail to grasp the legal definition of these words. So this is why this segment is important. I grab random words from the law dictionary, Black's Law Dictionary, and I give it to you now. So the first word on the list is impartial. Means favoring neither, disinterested, treating all alike, unbiased, equitable, fair, and just. Most of the time, it would be an impartial jury that they would use to be on cases. But I feel sometimes that's unfair because if nobody ever went through the system, how could it be fair and just? You know what I'm saying? So how could somebody who never went through the system gonna be there to have an opinion on somebody who's about to be in the system?
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Next on the list is honorable discharge for all my veterans out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A formal final judgment based by the government upon the entire military record of a soldier and the authoritative declaration by the government that he or she has left the service in the status of honor. Full veterans benefits are only given to those with an honorable discharge status. So Rowan Jack, I know you're an honorable cat, so I know you got
Right.
that honorable
Fact.
discharge. So shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Next word on this list is abandoned property. So property over which the owner has given up dominion and control with no intention of recovering. We are going to be in a major recessions, crazy. So it's going to be a lot of abandoned property out there. So in your county, you might want to start looking in the county recorder's office, property appraiser's office, and you know what I'm saying, get it going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last on this list is called battery. So it's the intentional and wrongful physical contact with a person without his or her consent that entails some injury or an offensive touching. Battery. Right. So the 4 words for this week are impartial, honorable discharge, abandoned property, and battery.
Fire, fire. Again, y'all make sure y'all tap in those words so my brother could look them up for future episodes, next episodes. Have those words in the chat. So if you type them in right now, he will look them up for the next episode as well. All right, moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie live.
The Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live for this segment is there's growth in failures. We spoke about earlier about people blaming other people for their failures creates a loser's mentality. People really have to learn to grow from their failures. It's like people think that when their life trajectory goes, it goes straight up like that. Life, it goes up and down, man. And the older that I get, I realize that always putting my best foot forward, being a better version of myself to do bigger and better. It's an advantageous thing for myself because at the end of the day, it's something that as I'm going through it, I'm learning through it as well. So people in general have to learn how to take their failures as growth because when you fail at something, you're not going to continue to keep doing the same one thing. You're not going to continue to keep hitting your head on the same door. You're going to find another door to go through. And at the end of the day, if you don't grow through your failures, you're going to continue to bound and fail. And it's going to make turn you into a person that's more so jaded than anything else. So people really have to learn from their failures. So I just wanted to keep it short and sweet, and I didn't want to make it too long-winded or going in too crazy on it, or whatever the case may be. But I think that most people have to learn from their failures in order to grow. There's growth in your failures. Don't be afraid to fail, but most importantly, don't be afraid to put your best foot forward. Don't be afraid to be the best version of yourself, even within failure. You know what you do it again, but you just find another pattern and another way to do it, another way to win. So again, y'all, man, it's been an episode, man. I want to thank y'all. Anything you want to add to that? I'm bugging. Anything you want to add to that before we get up out of here?
Real quick, just think of it like this: it took scientists 50 years to come up with lab grown diamonds. So imagine the first scientist who didn't get it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the next scientist who didn't get it the 17th time,
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
45th time, or the 750th time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or the 25th year. What
Mm-hmm.
if he wanted to quit at 35 years? 45. And it was on the 49th year and wanted to quit. So all we're saying is don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Whatever dream you got, don't stop. Learn from the failures because I'm pretty sure after 50 years, there was a bunch of failures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they took all those failures and finally, this is why we have moissanite diamonds, which is way better than the real diamonds now, because they didn't stop. They kept on going until they achieved their goal. So that's how I look at it. You 50 years, you stick to that goal, you're gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fall, you're gonna learn. All right, shit, I maybe should have jumped instead of trying to slide.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
time I'm gonna jump,
yeah,
and that way I won't gonna slide the next time. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're gonna learn from your mistakes every time.
Immortal words of Diddy Love: can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that actually works. Just leave the baby oil at home. All
Yeah,
right,
please.
leave the liquid cocaine
Yeah.
off the
Leave
table.
the stain and the cocaine out.
Yo, cutting up on our way out. Yeah, I want to thank y'all for another dope episode, man. It's been amazing. I want to thank some of the sponsors of the show: Bravo Section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my bro on his Instagram at
Bravo section _
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit us up on the Instagram. Or if you just want to pull up and show some love on the Instagram, show us some love. We love the comments and we love, the love. There's also a lot of rewatch videos on this channel. We got, I believe we're like 2 videos short of 300 of this podcast on this channel. It's a whole bunch of rewatches. So make sure you tap in. Great conversational starters with your friends and your families, even your coworkers. So make sure you tap into the rewatch. Don't be afraid to share videos. Like, subscribe, and share. Show them hundreds, show them hearts in the chat as well. But also don't be afraid to comment on those rewatches as well. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Working on a new album. In the mean between time, you could go on any music platform, whether it's YouTube Music, whether it's Apple, whether it's Spotify. Look up Ashley Lovechild. Check the music out. I got fire albums. You can tap them out, check them out right now. I know my brother got his. You want to tap into it right now?
Definitely tap into my website, bigbravosection.com. I got some things coming up. I got some teas for us that we got going on. So in the next month or two, you know what I'm saying? Just be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying? I got some teas for y'all coming up.
Fire. So make sure y'all tap in. We appreciate y'all tapping in as always. And don't forget to tap into the Overstand podcast. While I understand we go Overstand every Monday at 9:30 on this channel. And again, don't forget to hit that all notification bell on the subscribe. Just never know when we're gonna pop up. And you already know, man. It's love. And we're gonna see y'all this Thursday at 10:30. We out.
We out.